and then on Friday morning it dried out very quickly. Here's the grid then, starting from the back. Nicola Bart in the Aston Martin 24th, Fabio Scherer in the Mustang 23rd, row 11, Arjun Maini starts 22nd, Timo Glock 21st, Marco Wittmann 20th on the grid for this one, with Ben Durr 19th, who's 6th on the grid tomorrow. René Rast on pole tomorrow, but he's 18th here. Ben Green 17th on row 8. Nicki Thiim struggling this weekend with the Lamborghini, and Gilles Magnus alongside. Jack Aitken 14th on the grid today, alongside Max Paul. Then it's Thierry Vermeulen 12th, Mirko Bortolotti, the reigning champion, 11th, Tom Callender in the top 10 for the first time, Jules Gounon 2nd in the championship, 9th on row 4, Thomas Preining, the 2023 champion, with his best quality yet, Maurice Skuring. Then it's Lucas Auer, the championship leader, 6th, Ayhancan Güven starting 5th, Ricardo Feller 4th in the sole Audi in the race, Luca Engstler 3rd season. This is round 5 of DTM 2025 with Jordan Pepper leading them round on pole position, ready for the lights to go out, which they do now from red to green. It's a good start for Pepper, it's a good start for Engstler as well. He's going to try and get at the inside of the Mercedes of Maro Engel for 2nd place here to make it a Grasser 1-2. He's got the inside line, but Maro might be able to stick with him around the outside. I think Lucas closed the door though, so it's a Lamborghini 1-2. A great start for Güven as well. He pounces, and so too does the Land Audi of Ricardo Feller. At least he tries to. You're on board with him now, trying to go around the outside of this banked corner. Maro Engel sends him wide. He understeers, goes deep into the corner.
For him, but he'll fight his way back. He has to play the long game. Great view. If you never sat in the grandstands at a DTM event, well, A, you've missed out, and B, this is what you missed out on. As we look down from the Tarzan corner at that first lap, the first corner, everybody making it around. Very banked turn 1, that is. A lot more banked than you realise looking at the pictures.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? There's several back looking back here, and there's a Ferrari getting very close. Thierry Vermeulen just giving a little tap. He's made a couple of places off the start. This is how it looked on board with Thierry. Spoke to Thierry after qualifying, and he said the Ferrari was okay wet at the start of qualifying, but as it dried out, as it got greasier, we all struggled with the Ferrari. And there is the contact between Maro Engel into turn 3 on lap 1, and right with him is his teammate, the 2023 champion of the Grello, the yellow and green Porsche, Thomas Preining. 2 BMWs side by side. How do they fit? Because they're massive cars, those M4s. It's Rast that's going to get there first in this battle. They're squabbling over 14th place. He whacks the curb though, and Marco Wittmann and Ben Green are all over the back of him. Marco on board with him now in the BMW, and just to the side of him in the red and black Ferrari.
We've got a mixture of tyre strategies. The leading slick runner at the moment, Gilles Magnus, down in 13th place, and we got a car in already, Tom Callender. So he's making a change onto slick tyres by the looks of things.
He is, yeah, with the yellow sidewall on. Brave decision. I'm moving across to the inside of the circuit near the pit wall on the start-finish line, and what they're trying to do is find wet tarmac to try and keep the tyres from overheating.
I'm looking at a timing screen, and the wet weather runners are quicker than the drivers on slicks at the moment. The slicks are not looking to be that much quicker. We've got about a 10-second per lap difference. But yes, just hold on. Oh. There's a car with a, looks like a puncture. Timo Glock. You saw the rubber flying off, but a puncture, and the tyre has parted company with the wheel.
Great reactions. How did he hold on to that at 230 kilometres an hour? That's so alongside the Aston Martin. Oh yeah, there was the contact. Oof! Destroyed the advertising hoarding. A wheel through the gravel at turn 7, over the mud. Great save. Absolutely fantastic save. 3 wheels, and he still just about keeps it pointing in the right direction. That's skill for you.
Yeah, but it's drifting going on there. That's the view from Marco Wittmann. He could see that happening, didn't back out of it, but yeah, that little bit of contact with the Aston Martin, and good job just keeping it all together, keeping out the barrier, but that was a wild moment, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was the Aston Martin of Gilles Magnus which got delayed in all of that, so Wittmann and Scherer both got ahead, and Rast as well. So Rast up to 13th, Wittmann 14th, Scherer up into the points. He's looking for his first point this year. There's only 3 drivers yet to score a point. So this is a squabble for 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th all together. Preining in that battle as well. The fastest lap of the race is now Max Paul, taking it over from Tom Callender, a 1:37.3. Car ahead of Feller, fantastic battle. Preining gets ahead. Auer has to close the door to stop Skuring doing the same, and Skuring's got to be careful because right behind him is Jules Gounon, a fantastic 5-way scrap.
Putting the pressure on to the Audi up high into turn 3. Feller takes the line up nice and high to try and block, but it's a drag race out of turn 3 towards turns 4 and 5, flat out, and it's going to be advantage Thomas Preining. He finds his route past Ricardo Feller.
And had lost 2 in the end. And there was the contact. The Ferrari on the outside, the Lamborghini on the inside. Did well to keep it off the grass. Another place after that to Rast as well, potentially. But Bortolotti is going to have to give the place back. Now, Bortolotti has already done that, looking at the timing screen. But in doing so, he's had to let Rast through as well, who was in between them. So Rene Rast, it looks quicker than the lot of them. Preining versus Engel now. Preining has caught up to the number 24 Mercedes. This is the battle for 4th place. And he is all over him now. So the race leader, Jordan Pepper, has gone through. Luca Engstler is in 2nd place. 3rd is Güven. 4th and 5th of these two. Engel goes into the pit lane, though. He's had enough.
I think the wet weather tyres are shot, and Ayhancan Güven having to get past Luca Engstler in a hurry as he peeled off into the pit box. But they're all coming in now, so this is the opportunity for the cars on slicks to stay out and try and make up some ground.
Yeah, they will still have to come in and make their mandatory pit stop, but they'll be free of cars holding them up for a few laps now, potentially. Lots of wheel spin away, and one of the mechanics falling over there from Schubert, one of the best pit stops side by side here with the Aston Martin coming in, and Jules Gounon trying to get back out. Skewering is having to find a way to the queue as well. Contact between him and that Ben Green, is it, I think, in the Ferrari. So it's carnage down there. Everybody coming in at the same time. Contact, people falling over. As Nicholas Rader, one of the two brothers, run the championship. Wet tyres going off. Vermeulen for the top 10 has had a spin. Had a spinning quali this morning. He's pointing inwards. On board with him now, trying to get it fired up and pointed in the right direction. But he's pointed right into the curve. That's on the exit to Tarzan at turn 1. When pit stops are happening. Oh, so it was right on the pit lane exit where he got on the gas. And there was contact, yeah. As Vermeulen's car spun right on the exit there, inwards, and Skewing had nowhere to go. Absolutely nowhere to go.
Not that I've ever tried. So Jordan Pepper yet to come in, but you can see the rain on the camera lens. Some wild pit stops, a lot of replays to be had there. Now Marco Wittmann just getting things up to temperature. There's Jules Gounon, Lugi, Rene Rast one side, Lugi the other, up high into turn 3. But Marco Wittmann trying to get everything back up to speed as well. Max Power will be staying out late because he doesn't need to come in a hurry, but the rain is now coming down properly, looking out the window.
So Güven is ahead of him, but he's in front of Preining. Then 4th in the queue of those that have been in is Gounon, but he's got to make his stop. Engstler versus Preining is the next battle. Lamborghini just ahead of Porsche.
So Jules Gounon, well, he's fighting, but he's going to drop all the way back down. But now Rene Rast and Thomas Preining running side by side. So Rene Rast marching forward in the BMW. Just ahead of them is Lucas Auer. So Lucas Auer getting in front. Thomas Preining having dropped down a little way there.
But the total pit stop time is about 29 seconds, and Max Powell is 49 seconds clear of Güven as Rast goes straight on and into the barriers. The 3-time champion understeering off the road at turn 1. He's off.
He has at the moment stayed in front of him, but now the two cars are running side by side. Ayhancan Güven finally gets through, but Max Powell, by staying on those slick tyres for as long as he did, he has pulled a bit of a masterstroke there, hasn't he? And Ben Green in 5th, but of course they've all yet to make a stop.
That pit stop really cost Jordan Pepper, didn't it? Because he is now a net, 6th, having led the race. Maybe also staying out that little bit longer didn't help him. Actually, the time, looking at the timing screen, was 13 seconds. He lost about 6 seconds in that pit stop. His mandatory stop. That's a Ferrari stationary.
Vermeulen? No, Vermeulen. Yeah, it is Vermeulen. Yeah. So Vermeulen stationary out. Yeah, it's turn 5, isn't it? Between 5 and 6.
Like a tech error, doesn't it? That. He goes left, he goes right again. Looks to the inside. Nicki Thiim closes the door, brakes as late as he dares. His tyres now more or less up to temperature. He's a bit wide onto the curbs though, coming out of turn 1. Ayhancan Güven might have a chance into turn 3. The banked hairpin, if he can get close enough, he can't get close enough. So now really his next half chance will be up at turn 8. But he's got a really good run coming up the hill. Much better traction. This is going to be brave, and he goes through at turn 5. Fantastic, but yellow flags there where Thierry Vermeulen's Ferrari was parked. So replay of the move for the lead of the race and the yellow flags which are pointed out, because just around the corner there was the Ferrari of Vermeulen. Is that under investigation?
No, it hasn't flashed up.
Oh, a right rear puncture for Thomas Preining. We've had, what, 4 punctures this weekend? That's the first for Preining. So would you believe it? He's going to retire the car. The man went 35 races without not finishing in the points. Miney's retiring as well. And now he's had back-to-back non-finishes, Thomas Preining, after going 2.5 years. He started 13th on the grid. Well, he won a race 2 years ago at the Nürburgring in wet conditions from 14th on the grid. So he's done it before. It's Maurice Scuring on for his best ever result in DTM. I say best ever, it's only his 3rd weekend in the DTM, following his best qualifying. So he's there. Hopefully the car is okay after that light contact with the spun Ferrari of Vermeulen that we saw. I spoke to Maurice yesterday. So well done on getting your first points. I said, but I bet 11th place is not where you want to keep finishing. He was like, no, it's a good start. I'm glad I got the points, but we want to now continue to push forwards, and he's doing that. He's there looking for his first podium in the DTM. We've raised over 16,500 euros in race laps in Wales for Africa as we get a restart underway. Look at Max Paul under attack here from the bright orange Porsche, who is trying to get through. Engstler's trying to get through in the going out onto the grass goes Maurice Scuring. He's going to lose 1, 2, maybe 3 places here, because Pepper muscles his way through as well. 3 places lost from 4th down to 7th. Hour has got him as well. There's more contact between Pepper and Scuring as they go through the left under at turn 3, and he's got him back. And the big Mustang trying to come around the outside of Bortolotti and not quite succeeding in doing so. And Wittmann is about to squeeze past Pepper here in an unlikely place on that run through turns 2 and 3, which is very narrow. The BMW finds a way past the Lamborghini.
Black and white flag has been awarded to Luca Engstler for forcing Maurice Scuring off the track. Meanwhile, incident between 1st and 2nd, Ayhancan Güven and Nicki Thiim is under investigation.
Okay, right. So is that the yellow flag, maybe? They're looking at again. I'd like to say Mirko Bortolotti being overtaken by Fabio Sciarra and the Mustang. Mirko with the onboard camera. And yes, there's confirmation that the white liveried car, as it now is, after a change of livery from round 1. Oh, that's Ricardo Fella skidding wide onto the escape roads through these big balls of pebbles on the gravel track that we have, the huge stones that we have, which make life very, very difficult for the drivers. And now that he knows how to win in the DTM, he's looking fairly comfortable in the lead of the race, even though he's not that far clear. Right, here comes Marco Wittmann, looking to the outside of Maurice Scuring. We know Maurice is going to fight like hell to try and stay where he is, though, and Wittmann tries, but has to duck back in behind the Porsche. As he goes through the chicane, hugs the curbs, going into one of the fastest sections on the track now, not knowing if there's going to be any grip whatsoever on slick tyres. Nicki Thiim closing up all the time, but he's almost there now. Ayhancan Güven can almost taste a victory. His 2nd win in the DTM is going to come here at Zandvoort. A Turkish driver sprints for the line. Ayhancan Güven wins here at Zandvoort. Nicki Thiim 2nd, and Max Paul rounds out the podium side by side between Wittmann and Scuring as well. And Maurice held off Marco by 17 thousandths of a second to get 6th place. Well, there you go. Take a breath. Ayhancan Güven, take a bow. You're a double race winner in the DTM. Nicki Thiim from 16th on the grid and nowhere really this weekend comes home and snatches a podium in 2nd place. Max Paul, your race winner. Ayhancan Güven, get Ensa, the president, the sporting president of the ADAC, a run and own the DTM championship, is the man that presents the trophy to Ayhancan Güven. Biggest smile in the whole of this part of the Netherlands for our race winner. Guido Kutschera from Dekra is going to present our 2nd place trophy to a delighted Nicki Thiim. As I say, that'll feel like a win. His 2nd pot in the DTM to follow that victory at the Norris Ring almost 12 months ago. And this, I think, will also feel like a big win for a small team. Paul Motorsport, podium. If every race could have some rain in it, Max Paul would absolutely love that, because he got his one win in the DTM in the wet conditions at the Nürburgring 2 years ago, and he's now their key driver in terms of fighting for the championship after 5 races, because he's the one closest to Lucas Auer in the points, as we now go for the final race of the day, the one for the champagne. And Nicki Thiim splatters the whole team down below at Abt. Ayhancan Güven, he's getting used to this, so he's quick to get the cork popped, and already Nicki is celebrating. He started drinking already in mid-afternoon to celebrate that second place.